All right, today we're going to take a quick walk through the Ford section here. Let's see what we can find. So over here is where they grind up all the cars. This is usually all imports. So we're going to go through a couple rows here. I'm just looking to see if I can find anything for my truck. There's a lot of stuff here, doesn't change real often. Tons of these. This is a buyer beware vehicle all day long. Whatever you see the most of at a junkyard, that's what you need to watch out for. I'm looking for a tailgate. Probably not like that, but the problem is they're always in really bad shape. Like that. There's no way I want it. I think they charge like yeah, you always see the rear end's gone. See, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna end up having to buy one too. This is a diesel. This is probably a 6.0. Probably. Or yeah, it's gonna be a 6.0, I think. But you should be able to see right here, 6.0. These things are just terrible. I know some guys like them. He's already pulled the turbo. You'd have to do a lot of work to make one reliable on your own. Whoa. Let me eat your... You can see what the... What does this say? Transfer case blown up. All right. Well, look at this. This is very tasteful. You know, I wouldn't mind finding one of these cars for a project. I'm not really a fan of that particular motor, but I've always liked this body style. Typical hooligan. There's no transfer case. Why did they just write transmission? No such thing. And it's a V6. So you put something like this on your windshield and you're driving around in a V6. I don't even know what year it is, but I mean, there was a certain point in time where the V6s made as much power as some of the V8s in earlier years, but it's weird I don't see the usual tag. I'm getting kind of burned out on ham radio, and the one thing about ham radio is if I need to drive to the store, it doesn't do me any good. This is a 2000, so this is the slowest one they made in this body style. Anyway, see, another expedition. They're just everywhere. Another form of an expedition. Might as well be an expedition. Same crappy motor. A Lincoln, I don't know what that one has, some other type of motor. These ones were pretty good motors. I know everything about stuff from the 90s. I mean, there's just tons of these. If I could find like a really nice pair of seats, but here's what you'll see in Arizona. Well, the back seat might be okay, but the front seats are gonna look like this in all of them. And that's just because of the age. Look at the ignition punched out. So, an Explorer, an Expedition, an Explorer, and a newer truck. So these seats, they're terrible. So you won't find a pair of seats really, usually, by the time the vehicle makes it here. 4-door, you don't see too many of these at the junkyard. Yeah, they're just always hammered. No seats. 4-door dually. No axle. And the Mustang. And the Lincoln. Big van. I used to have a red Thunderbird like this one. I don't know if this is, yeah, it's a V8 one. It was not fast at all. I don't know what the hell this thing is. This is a hybrid. You can see right here. And probably got into an accident or something. Be careful with Betty. There was some battery back here, but it wasn't the main one. I would guess that this whole area here probably was the battery. I've not actually worked on one of these, so I don't know how they have them. But I'm sure they harvested the battery out of the damn thing. I don't know why they didn't put like regenerative brakes on these. I don't know what year this thing is. Why is there no tag? It's like it's always changed everything on these vehicles. They put the tag in here. The 2013. These would be some nice seats to grab, but you know, who knows how much work you would have to spend to try and make them fit. And then the junkyard, they're gonna want like 30 or 40 bucks a seat, so it ends up not really being worth it. But this smells like a new car. So yeah, these seats would be cool. They're not bad. I look at stuff like that. There's your plug. Another Mustang, another V6. Almost like, I swear to God, they're almost all V6. You're like, who wants a V6 automatic? Ooh, pick me. I even take one of these, but these are kind of like my least favorite body style. Some really funky looking Kragers. The only thing that's good about these is you could end up still getting a 5.0. You can get the older one. And the older one will have the tail lights going across like that. Not like that. That's how you can tell. This is probably a 96. 96. So, I think you can find these fairly cheap. 3.8, really slow. There was one locally around. I'm not sure what the hell this is doing here. This is a Dodge. Guess it just got stuck here. No, nothing in it. It's pretty new. 2012. I don't know what it is. Is it a Dart? An Avenger. Doesn't look like an Avenger. Anyway, front wheel drive. Lots of plastic. Who wants a JBC? I don't know why it's here. I had one of these. I had a 68 F250 with a 360 FE motor. I need a tail light, but need one in better shape than that. Because I don't think that fits my truck, because mine's a Super Duty. Torsion bars off of something else. Clutch frictions. Transmission. Explorer, Escape, Mustang, V6s. There we go, my favorite car. And I've actually fixed a bunch of them that look like this, and it's a pain in the ass. You can bang out a lot of that from the inside, but if it's too far gone right here, well, this one's questionable. If somebody gave me this one for free, I'd probably be able to fix it. The problem is, you're just not at the junkyard anymore. And then you've got to go convert them from 4 lug to 5 lug, and it's a lot of work. But yeah, I've had many of these. This is one of my favorite cars. And it's got the newer dash, and you only read 85 miles an hour. The door handles are pretty typical to break on these. But yeah. I mean, these things are absolutely squirrely. I don't even know. This might even be the motor out of it. Nope. You know what they did here? They got plexiglass. Looks like they had a shoestring on here to pull the thing. This is usually what ends up happening to these things for some reason. I've been T-boned in 2 of these cars. That's why my back is really bad. And I think the hood latch is no good. Anyway, we don't need to look at a 4-cylinder. Hey, is this one actually a V8? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's actually a V8. And so he's this stupid ass convertible. And the problem with the convertible is that, like, if you don't keep it in the garage, you're gonna get this. And you're gonna get that. There's the hydraulic pump for the thing. The factory amplifiers. Convertible GT. Always one crooked exhaust. Want some car wax? Somebody actually did this here. They cut this out. I'm not sure why. See how the seats are just always trashed. But when a car company's gonna make better seats. We got here another Mustang. Starting to see an awful lot of these. It's not the hood for that, by the way. I don't know. That's off of like a Ranger or an Explorer right here. Smells like crap over there. Like whatever they're doing. That machine smells like it just burning a ton of oil, and you can see it in the air. Another Mustang, another Expedition, another, I don't know what that is. Looks like an Expedition. Mountaineer Explorer. Yeah, it's Expedition. You know, these things are nice, but man, you just cannot trust them. I mean, if you want to learn to work on cars, buy one of these. So they have the seats in the back, but they're actually up kind of high too, kind of like the Chevys. So you get third row seats. That's the only reason to buy one of these. Not sure what this is. It has some kind of thing for whatever. You know, an Allen wrench. I mean, these things are nice, but transmissions like to go out on them. Really, really common problem. The motors can go pretty far, but sometimes they don't. I don't know what the hell that is. Festiva. Danger Ranger. Rangers. So, and basically, even though I drive a Ford truck, it's in my opinion that most Ford vehicles are not real reliable. And they should probably be avoided. That newer Mustang, you're going to have better luck with particular models if you're very specific about what you're looking for and what you want. It's amazing how much cars cost nowadays and how unreliable they still are. Ooh, the Taurus. Taurus. These are a pain in the ass. Another Mustang convertible V6. Somebody went to great lengths to paint this damn thing. 4.0 Exploder. I would almost venture to say Ford has probably made some of the worst vehicles ever. Well, there we go. This is actually pretty old. I wonder if there's a date on it. Well, not as old as I thought it was. 1997. Anyway, this is kind of, you know, what it looks like at any junkyard you go to, in the Ford section anyway. A lot of these vehicles have been here for quite a while. So here's the dilemma with these. This is a Sterling axle. This is what I have in my truck. Okay, this is an F250. It's a 3/4 ton. And they will put the same axle in an F350 also. The problem is that the junkyard will try and charge you for a 1-ton axle, because technically speaking, it's the same as a 1-ton axle. Holy hell. It's somebody cut that off. I have no idea why, but it actually looks like a Dana 44. So it's like double the price for a one-ton axle versus an F250. Probably a gas motor running to the ground. Good Lord. It's like an excursion. That's a 6.0 excursion. Which sometimes can have good seats in them. Or no seats. I don't know if they ever made a 7.3 excursion. I guess they probably did. Maybe they didn't. This is probably one of their best vehicles they made. As far as everything else goes, this is going to have the Sterling rear end, 8 lug. It's basically an F250. Nicest luxury that you can get out of something like this. Anyway, that's about it for me. It's all 3 more rows of the same crap.